Good morning, everyone. This is BremSter, and this is kind of an out of the blue, genuinely approachable Sudoku stream. I don't have long. I've only got an hour and a bit, a couple of hours really, and a bit under. And I was just in the mood to do some puzzles, and I haven't done one of these in a while, and I won't be able to do one of these for a while. So I thought this would be just. I thought I'll sit down and want to do some simple puzzles. It was like I could do some gas. It's like I may as well do a stream. So that's what I'm doing. Hey Sotech. So yeah. Uh, I just thought I'd do it. If people showed up, great. Hey Frappy. If they don't, that's fine too. So um, hey old Mum Jay. Apparently people are showing up. So yeah. I'm bringing up my gas tracking sheet and seeing where I was up to. And where I was up to is this puzzle, La Triviale by Philip Newman. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Digits along a line must have values strictly between the values in the circles on the end of the line. I'm going to do a puzzle to wake up, and then I might do, I don't know, banter or something. Restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. Okay, so I can see that both of these are nines. And the reason for that is you can never put 1 or 9 on a between line because the digits on a line have to be between the digits at the end. If I put 9 on a between line, what's at the end? What's at the end of the line has to be higher and lower than what is on the line. So if I put a 9 in anywhere on this line, what do I put at the end? It'd have to be higher than 9. Same is true here. Now, in this column, this digit here has to be higher than all of those. So even if I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, this would have to be the 8. And then I can go down from there, 8, 7, 6, no, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. This has to be at least 1 or 3 because it can't be 2. And it can't be 9 because then there's nothing between them. Now, if this was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, this could be 9. But if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this is 7, 8, or 9 is what I'm getting. But there's probably more I can do, which I haven't yet figured out. I know this is a gas puzzle, but my brain is still off. So 1 and 9, for example, in this box are in those. So 9 is in one of those two. Now this has to be, maybe this is it. This has to be low, this has to be high, this has to be low, possibly. Because 7, or 9, 8, 7, 6, oh, this could be 5, and then this could go back, this could still go low, possibly. So maybe not. I'm really not sure. Hey Selby, I'm really not sure. This could have been one of those guess puzzles designed to be tricky. Or I'm missing something obvious. One in box 1 is pretty obvious. And 9 is in one of those, and it's not there, so it's there. 9 is down. Oh, this has to be the 1 because I can't put 1 in any of those now. 9 is down here. And now because 9 has to be in one of these because it can't be in any of those and it can't be in any of those, this has to be 9. 9 is in one of those, but this is not the 9, this is the 9. It is 1s and 9s, it's just I was trying to do it the wrong way. 1 in this box is not in any of those, and that is there. This is a 1. Where does the 9 in this box go? It has to go in here and it can't go on the line. I was just looking at it the wrong way. This is the 9, which means this is not the 9, this is the 9. 1 in this box can't go on any of the lines, so this is the 1. Now, this has to be higher than 5 because this is lower than 5. So it's from, and this is 9, 8, 7. So this is 6. This is 7 and 8, and I know the order because of that 7. And this 9876, this is 4 or 5 because it has 9876. Sorry, 9876. It has to be 5 to incorporate 3 digits in each direction. It's probably 4, I'm getting the feeling, but I'm not sure. 1 is right here in this box by Sudoku. These are 2, 3, and 7. 7 is not between 1 and 6, so 7 is in one of those two. I may have my stream settings set on the wrong delay. I'm curious because... No, it's on ultra low latency. I was just wondering with how much... Hey, Jobo. Hey, Retfinks. I was just curious. So 1 is in one of these two. 2 is in one of those two. Have I got all the ones? No, I don't have those, and I don't have the one down here. 9s. I have all the 9s. Now, because these lines are looking a lot less restricted now. Yeah, this is the way I wake myself up in the morning. Not very clever, is it? So, I feel there's something going on here. If this is 5, these are both 6, 7, 8. This would be 4. Oh, this would be 8. Hang on, that wouldn't work. If this is 5, I don't think this is easy. If this is 5, these would be from 6, 7, 8. This would be 4. Because I can't put 4 on the line and I couldn't put 4 there. So 5, 4. These would be from 6, 7, and 8. But I can't put 6 and 7 there. So both of those would have to be 8. This has to be 4. Which puts 4 up here. Now this is either 5 or 8. Because it can't be 6 or 7. These are all from 5, 6, 7, 8. And this can't, so this is 5 or 6. This can't be 5, 6. So this is from 7, 8. I am... Oh, these are 1, 2, and 5. So these are actually 1, 2, and 5 without that being 1, without that being 2. So 1, 2, this is now a 3, which puts 3 up here. And that's because 1 had to go up here, 2 had to go up here, or basically 1, 2, and 5 had to go in this row, but they couldn't go in that cell. So this became 1, 2, 5. The other way to look at it is this cell couldn't be 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, so it had to be 3. 2 is in here, but it's 2 is not there, and 2 is not between 4 and 9. That's the 2. This is now 4 because 4 is not between 4 and 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are 6 and 8. These are now 6 and 7 for the column. And this is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, that can't be 2. That can't be... Right, so this is 2. Oh, this 7 means this is 5, and this is 7, which means this is 6. This is 7. I could have done the 6, 7 from the 6. Invisible digits. The problem with gas puzzles is they have so many invisible digits. 5 and 8 go down there. And that means 1, 2, these are 3 and 4. Meaning the 4s are lining up and 4 is in one of those two. Meaning these 4s are lining up and that becomes a 4. That's a lot of X-Wings for a gas puzzle. So I am probably missing something. Basically, 4 can't go in any of those, and 4 can't go in any of those. So the 4 had to be in one of those two, and that 4 put it there. This 2 means this is the 3, this is the 7, and this is the 2, basically forcing the 2 into there and then resolving those. This is 6 or 8. Trying to see where the weaknesses are. Me, I'm the weakness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. These are 3, 4, and 6. That's not 3. That's not 3. This is the 3, this is the 4, which means this is not the 4, this is the 4, which means this is the 6, which means this is the 8, this is the 6, this is the 8. This is now a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's no 3 there, there's no 6 there. 6 in row 2? Ah, sorry, I just got that. Apologies. I'd say I'll try and solve slower, but I don't think that's possible. 2 in row 3 can't go in those or there, so that's the 2 in row 3. This is now a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 4, 5, 8, because I've got a 6 and I don't got an 8. That's not 4. That's not an 8. uh, People logging on, seeing that I'm solving Sudoku and going, oh my god, he's terrible at this, and disappearing. 3 is in one of those two. Actually, this is a triple. This is 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 3, 5, and 6. So this is 3, 5, 6. And this is 3 or 5 only. Nope. This triple. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 7, and 8. 2, 7, 8. This is 7, 8, giving me a 7, 8 pair, making that a 2. That's the Rift Clown puzzle, Ricky. That is an amazingly fun puzzle. That one came with a warning, and I'm glad I did it. It's beautiful, beautiful puzzle. So hang on, this is 3 or 5. It sees 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is a 3, 5, giving me a 3, 5 pair. So this is 6. This now has to be 7 or 8 to complete the box, and it sees a 7. So this is 8, this is 7. The 8 looks across, making this 5 and 8. This is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. This has to be a pair, which is 2, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, 2, 4. And the 2 here looks down, making that the 4, that the 2. The 4 looks up, meaning that's not the 4, so this is the 4. This is a triple. 1, 3, 5. There's no 3 here. Hang on, this column is broken. This 2 looks up, making this 5. This is the 1, this is the 2. Ah, there's a 1 here. So this is not 1 or 5, this is 3. And the 1 here now makes this 5 and this 1. The 5 looks up, making this 8, which makes this 5, which means there's no 5 up here. But there's going to be something. This 6 looks up, making this 3. The 7 made this 8 ages ago. This is now just missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 5 looks down, making this 3 and 5. There's all sorts going on, such as 1, 2, 3, 4, missing 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 5. This is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that makes this 6 and this 7. Why have I got conflict checker on? It doesn't matter. 6 here, and I'll use that 7 to make this 3 and that 7. And that's the first puzzle, which still took me a very long time. Thanks, Frappy. It is a very good puzzle. But yeah, I'm slow at gas and sometimes fast at harder puzzles. I just solve. I try and get into a solving rhythm, and I don't try and race. I don't enjoy trying to race through puzzles. Um, okay, the next one is called Ascending Starters. So yeah, today it's been a really weird week. My mother had a bad fall, and um, making sure that that's all in screen. Um, and we were supposed to be going to the theatre, and I was about to buy tickets when she had her fall, and I didn't buy the tickets, and it's a popular show, so we're going to go in and hope that my theatre magic works, and that I'll be able to get tickets at the last minute. I often can, but there's no guarantees, so we may end up not going to the theatre. She's okay. She's not moving well, but we'll figure it all out. Okay. But I've been playing a lot of really fun games over on BremSter Games. I've been doing the puzzle game streams here. Yeah, it's been weird. Okay, normal Sudoku rules apply. Clues adjacent to a row or column give the sum of the run of increasing digits in that row or column that starts in the cell closest to the clue. A run may consist of only one cell. For instance, a clue of 8 would be valid if the digits in that row started 8, 7 or 1, 2, 5, 4. Got it. Right. So, for example, right, okay, I see. Hey, Julia. Um, so, for example, I can look at this clue immediately, say this is lower than this. So the biggest ascending run I can have is 2 cells. So the biggest ascending run I can have. Why is all of the set? It's because this is in the Cracking the Cryptic app, which I almost never use. So the biggest ascending, because I've been asked not to. The biggest ascending run I can have is 2 because this will be lower. So these 2 cells have to sum to 10. So this has to be a 7. I've got exactly the same situation here. I'm actually going to swap to yellow, I think, because I know there's supposed to be some lines, but I think the yellow is easier to read. So these have to sum to 10 because this is going to go down no matter what. So this has to be a 6. These are now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, and 9. And I can't put an 8 there. Now, these have to sum to 17. But the biggest ascending run I can do, again, is 2 cells. Because if I go 8, 9, I hit 17. And if I do 8 and anything else, I'm gone down, not up. So this has to be a 9. The other way I could potentially do it is draw boxes, but I think the lines are okay. The 2 has to stop because, well, the other way to do it that might be more visible is that. That is where the ascending has to end. Now, this can't be included. It may stop here, but it can't include the 7 because if it did include the 7, it'd be 1, 2, 7, which is 10, not 9. The 3 has to stop, which means it can't be higher than. That's an important. Okay, here's an important thing. This can't be higher than 2, or this would be in a continuing ascending run. This has to be the 1. This has to be 1 or 2. There we go. I agree. Yep, Ricky. I agree. Sven has done a great job making stuff work on mobile. I've been asked not to use the app that uses the domain Cracking the Cryptic because I am not cracking the cryptic. Now, this has to be an ascending run from 3. The minute I do anything higher than 3, if I was to even do 3, 5, I'm above 7. So it has to end here because 3 on its own isn't it, and this has to be a 4. Now, 5, this has to end here. I'm just thinking in my head. And if this was 3, 4, if this was too long, it wouldn't work because that'd be 7. So this has to be the 5. That means this is not the 5. 9. Well, this has to be a solo 9 because 1 is going to be lower than anything I get. As I said, this is not the cleverest way to do it, but I'm trying to demonstrate the logic that I'm discovering as I'm doing it. So, yeah. And clues that are done, I think I can see which clues are done. I could be wrong. Now, this has to be a 10 clue, but because of this 9 clue, I can't do 10 on its own, and as soon as I include the 9, I'm done. And if this was anything other than a 1, I am completely broken. Sorry, I have massively hurt my shoulder. Now, this could be a 10 that doesn't... Yeah, not sure. Now, 24... This has to, right. The only way to do 24 if I start with 7 is 7, 8, 9. Because that is the 3 largest digits add to it, and I have to start with the 7 and increase to 24. And if I was to include a lower digit, I'm ending the sequence, so it just has to go 7, 8, 9. And then that ends the sequence. Then I've got the same 10 trick. I can't put 10 into a single cell, so it has to be multiple cells. As soon as I include the 9, the only thing that's left over is 1, so that ends that run. Actually, maybe what I do want to do is I want to mark clues that are not completed. Because this one is completed. That's completed, that's completed, that's completed. This one is not completed. That's completed, that's completed. This one is not completed. The 9 is not completed, or at least I don't know how I've done it yet, but everything else is done. So how would I do the 9? It's too long, so it could be 1, 8, can't be 2, 7, can't be 3, 6, can't be 4, 5. This is 1, 8. And now this clue is completed. No, hang on. Why couldn't it have been 9 on its own? No, I've done that wrong. I've done that completely wrong. It could have been 9 on its own. This clue is absolutely not completed. So this is either, but this is either 1 or 9. Because it's either 1, 8 or that's a 9. This is now a 2. This is a triple, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There's no 6 there. There's no 6 there. This is the 6. This is a 1. This is a 5. So this now has to be an 8 clue, but this is going to be lower. So this is the 8, which absolutely ends that clue. This is fascinating. It's weird. Just by Sudoku now, that's a 5, because 5 can't be in any of those. That 5 knocks out that one, and the 5, 8, 9 knocks out that one. So that's a 5. That's a 6. Can I do more of that? That's now a 4. Three is in there somewhere. So this is a quadruple. That's a 2. Where does 2 go in this column? It's right there. So this is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 7, 8. Well, that's C's a 7 and 8. So that's a 3. This is now a 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 go in there. And that 4 makes this the 6 and this the 4. Oh, the 9 here makes this 5. So this is 8, this is 9. The 8 makes this 7 and this 8. I'm starting to get that fear that you sometimes get when something is solving not the way you expect. These are 2 and 5. And that 5 makes that 2 and that 5. So I probably could have done Sudoku earlier on and got there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can't make 7 out of 2 digits. So this has to be the 7, which ends that. This becomes 3, 6. The 6 makes this 3 and this 6. This column, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that has a 9 in it. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, there's no 7 there. There's no 2 there. I know 1 is in one of those two, but that's not really helping me. That's a 4 by Sudoku because of these 4s knocking it out of all of those and that not being able to be a 4. And now I can't do anything to get up because to this has to be the 9 to make the 9 work. So this is not correct. It ends there and that clue is now done. The only clue I haven't done now is this 10 clue, which I could probably do by pencil marking this quadruple, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, and 8. Now this could be 1, 3, 6, or it could be 2, 8. Well, that's not 2. And this is not 1 or 8. So now it has to be 1, 2, 3, 6, doesn't it? Yeah, it has to be 1, 1, 3, 6. Because any other way doesn't get me to 10. I can't get to 10 in those two because the maximum this could be is 1, 3, which is 4. I have to include that digit. And if I can't include that one, so these have to sum to 4, and the only way to sum to 4 is 1 and 3. That is very cool. That ends it there, which means I have done all of the clues, and now I should just be down to Sudoku. Puts 3 right there by Sudoku. The 1 makes this 2, which means that's not 2. This is not 1, 2, or 3. That's the 8. The 2 makes this 7, which makes this 1. This is not the 1. Got to put a 1 in one of those two. That's a 1, 3 pair, in fact, because of the 1, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's the 9, which puts 9 in one of those two. In fact, it puts it there because of that one. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's no 8 in either of those because of that, so that becomes the 8. The 7 looks over, making that 2, and that's 7. I get mixed feedback as well by people turning around and saying when I always point out what digits I'm using to eliminate. Some people say it's amazing because if they don't spot it, it's really helping them, with their scanning and everything. And other people turning around and saying, yeah, we see it, stop doing it. I like it. It's what I'm doing, and I feel I'm here to try and explain what it is I'm doing. 4 was all that was left in the column. 5, 6 is all that's left in the box. Not seeing it yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 and 8, I think is what's left in those columns, and that 2 is resolving it. 8 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 9 is all that's left in there. So 9 right next to that. Now, let's look at this box. I need to put a 1 in it, which will go in one of those. I need to put a 2 in it, which will go in one of those, except that 2 is looking up. So this becomes the 2, this becomes the 1. The 1 looks back, making this 3, and this 1. This still needs a 3, which has to go there because of the one I just placed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This becomes an 8. These are now down to pairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that 4 will make that 6 and that 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 7 go in there. And I'll use that 7 to make that 5 and that 7. Use the 5 to look back to make that 6 and that 5. And that is Ascending Starters by Clover. Another very cool puzzle. Not seen that before as a concept. Very clever. It is my solve and I do what I want, but I'm here to provide a useful... I'm here to have fun for me, but I'm also here to try and provide something useful to someone else. Ooh, an Extra Regions by Sam. It's weird to think I'm still 12 months behind on these. Okay. Huh. How to pencil mark this one? So the way extra regions work is all of the boxes must contain the digits from 1 to 9 once each, but all of these grey or the cages must also contain the regions 1 to 9 from once each. So for example, I can tell exactly what these are. So I can see that these are 4, 5, 6, and 7 because this column contains all of the digits, but this contains all of the digits. So where are these digits in the cage and in this column? So these digits already are in the cage. So these are not in the cage and they get transposed into there. I'm explaining that badly, but I hope everyone here can see it. Basically, it's these digits need to appear in this cage somewhere, but they can't be in any of those, so they have to be here. Now, this is not 4, 5, 6, so that's the 7, and the 7 comes out of those. 5, 6 is not here, so that's the 4, and the 4 comes out of those. This box now has a triple left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. There's no 3 in any of those, so that becomes the 3. This 2 makes this 8, and this 2. This is now a quadruple. 1 is in one of those two. It's going to help me here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 seems to be able to go anywhere. But 1, 2, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But that can't be 9. That can't be 5. This is very strange. Now, there's probably naked singles all over the place. Because I know, for example, these are 1, 2, 3, 8, and 9. I'm not sure how to scan for that one. Like, I know 2 in this box is in one of these because 2 sees all in this region. Because 2 sees all of those and that 2 sees that one. So the only cells it could go into is one of those and it's not there. So it's actually one of those two. This is actually a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, these are 2 and 3 and that can't be the 2 because if I put 2 here, I'm not putting 2 anywhere in this region. So that's the 2 and that's the 3. That's a bit tricky, but cool. I can do this triple as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4, 6, 9. There's no 6 there. Giving me a 4, 5, 9 triple. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 3 and 7. Nine, however, has to go up here in this cage because these can only be from 1, 2, 3, and 4, using the same logic as I use down here. So that's the 4, that's the 3, and that's the 7. This is 1 and 2, and this 2 makes this 1 and this 2. One is now in one of those. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 7, 8, 9. Not jumping out at me yet. I am not getting boo-taculed. This 7 makes this 1, which takes 1 out of there. Makes this 2, which takes 2 out of there. This becomes a 6, 7. It is almost certain I'm trying to be too clever in my deductions rather than just pencil marking and letting it solve itself. But there you go. 3, actually, this quadruple is calling out to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 9. Well, there's no 3 or 4 there. There's no 3 or 5 there. Yeah, there's no 4 there. Oh, box 4 is resolved. I am just being dumb. That's 5, that's 9. So this is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 5, and 8. Well, there's no 5 there. There's no 3 there. What did I just do? 3, 5, 8. There is no 5 there. There is no 3 there. I was hoping one of these would eliminate that, but it don't. But there is no 5 here. 5 is in one of those two, which means 5 is right there because 5 can't be there or there or there. So this is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are 2, 3, and 4. There's no 2, no 3, and no 4. So this is a quadruple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's no 7 in any of those. Oh, there's no 8 in any of those. So that's the 8. Which means this is a triple. 1, 3, 9. Which means that's the 4. There's no 1 or 3 here. That's the 9, that's the 3, that's the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3 comes out of there. This is 4, 5, 9. I'm not doing my best, am I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's no 3 in either of those. So this is the 3, which jumps all the way down here and takes 3 out of there, making this a 5, 8 pair, making that a 3, which makes that a 2, which makes that a 4, which makes that a 3. That 4 takes 4 out of there. In fact, there's been no 4 there for a very long time. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, 1, 2, and 4. 2 and 4 already in this column. This is the 1. This is the 9. Take 9 out of there. Take 1 out of there. The 4 looks up, making this 2 and this 4. 4 in the cage. No. Something niggling at me. But I'm not seeing it yet. Not yet. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5, 6, 7, 9 are in there. There's no 5 there. There's no 9 there. Something niggling at me, but I'm not seeing it. Where is 1 in this whole region? Because this one sees all of that, and there's a 1 in this box. This is the 1, this is the 7, which means there's no 7 there, there's no 1 there. There's no 7 there. Where is 6 in this whole region? Because it's not in there because of that 6, and it's not in any of those because of that 6 in the place digits. This is the 6, this is the 9. The 6 looks down, making this 5 and this 6, and 5 is one of the power digits, which will make that 8 and that 5. The 8 looks up, taking 8 out of those. This is a 7, 9 pair, which takes 9 out of those. This becomes the 8, this becomes the 1. I could see 5 was going to do a lot of damage. I just couldn't see how to get one. Now I have. Now I got me a 5. There must be a 5 in one of those two because I don't have a 5 in this yet, and it can't go there. So this is the 5. There's no 5 here. This has to be 4, 7, 9. So it's 7, 9 for the box, and this becomes the 4. This becomes the 9, which looks back, making this 7 and this 9, and this becomes the 7, which takes 7 out of those. There's also no 5, so this is the 6, 7, 9, which jumps back, making this 5. This becomes the 6. The 6 looks down, making this 7 and this 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4 is there because of the 4 right at the bottom. 5, 6, 7, and I put in an 8, and that should finish it. Looks good as far as the system can tell. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that one. Having to keep an eye on the time. As I said, this is going to be a much shorter stream than normal. Hey, Robert. Hey, Lily. I'm sure I've missed people coming in. I have no idea how many people are in stream. Um, I'm just trying to have some fun doing some puzzles. Whoa, that's not correct. Something has just gone incredibly wrong with me copying and pasting puzzle links. Copy, select all, paste. Uh, your grid explode. Something has gone terribly wrong with me. Oh well, doesn't matter. Stream still seems to be working. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Also, there are some lines on the grid. That's a pun. And each line passes through more than one of the 3x3 regions. Along each line, digits in every region it passes through must have the same sum. I have done a few of these puzzles recently, and some of them have really broken me. Okay, so basically what it means is if I use this long line as an example, those digits will have the same sum as those digits will have the same sum as those digits, because that is the same line in different regions or boxes. I'm going to restart the puzzle. Let's give this a shot. These must have the same sum. That sums to 1, so that must sum to 1. This has to be higher than 4, or higher than 5, or 5 or higher. This is a terrible way of doing it. So this is 6, 7, 8, or 9 is all I know, because that could be a 1. This is actually a 2, for the same reason that this is actually a 1. Is there Sudoku to be done? There's 8 in one of those two. 6 is in one of those two. This is all just Sudoku by place digits. Those blasted invisible digits. This has a minimum of 3, 4, 5, but that's not great, I don't think. 3, 4, and 5 is, what, 12? Actually, no, it's higher than that. This digit sees 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is from 7, 8, or 9. So the minimum here is 3, 4, 7, which is 14. So this has to be at least 6. But it can't be, because this has to be at least 14. So this has to be 8 or 9. So it's 15 or 16. So this can't be 14. So it's 15 or 16. And it can't be 16 because I can't do it. It's 15. So this sums to 15. That's very clever. I like that. If this is 9, these would have to sum to 6, which would be 1, 5 or 2, 4. This is not a 9. And if this is 6, this is 7, this would have to be 6, 1, and it can't be. This can't be the 6. This is the 6, which means this is the 1, not the 1. And the minimum here I can put is 3, 4, which is 7, and that becomes the 8. No, 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 but there must be a 3 on here. And it's 3, 4 with 7, or 3, 5 with, and that's not the 3. This is the 3, and this is 4 or 5 to go with 7 or 8. I think that math is correct. Chat is not exploding at me. Sorry, chat is not exploding at me. Now this has to be at least 2 or 3 to go with 8 or 9. Row 4, column 4 must be a 4? Why couldn't this be 3, 5, 7? Oh, okay. Four can. Right. Four can't go in any of those. Four is not in any of those. If this is a four, this is a one, and it can't be. So this has to be the four. Again, that does not feel like a gas level thing. So this is the eight. This is the nine, which means this is the three. These are one, two, three, four, five, six, five, and seven. If this is a five, this is a two. If it's a seven, that's a four. If this is a five, it's a one. It's a one. If it's a seven, it's a three. And it's not a three. So this is one, five, seven, four. Doesn't feel like a gas level deduction, that. Three is not in any of those because of those three. So three is down in one of those two, which puts three up here somewhere. One is in one of. No, one is right there by Sudoku. Lots of ones pointing into the box. So this is one higher than that. I don't want to just go hunting. One is in one of those two. Two is not in any of those. So two is in one of those two, which places two there. Two can't be there because then that would have to be zero. That's the two. Which puts two in one of those two. Sneeze incoming. uh, 2 and 9 are set in column 5. Well, that is a 9. I can see that. Okay. 4 is down here somewhere. This can't be a 4 because then this would have to be 1, 3. These are a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there's a 7. Invisible 7. I mean, Cracking the Cryptic have their 3 in the corner, and Sven was able to code that into the grid. About the only thing I've got is the fact that I'm bad at scanning and that I have invisible digits, and there's no way he can code that in. Like, please don't start making digits invisible, Sven. 3 can't be there, and these are full, so 3 has to be up here. This can't be 3. No, this could be 2, 1. So this could be a 3. Okay. Please don't start coding invisible digits into grids. I mean, we've spoken about having grid digits appearing a bit like fog puzzles, but based on other criteria. But yeah, no. 2 is in one of those two. Right, here we go. This 2 sees those, that 2 sees that one. 2 is in one of those two, but if that's a 2, both of those are 1, and I can't make either of them 1. This is a 2. 2 is down here. It's not there, so 2 is on this line. And now there's stuff going on here. It feels like I'm really being forced to start marking quintuples and figure it out. This can't be 1, 2, 3, because this has to be lower than this. And it can't be 1, 2, 3. So it's 4, 5, can't be 6, 7, and it couldn't be 8 or 9. So this is 4 or 5. Let me confirm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It couldn't be 8 because this would have to be 10. So this is 6 or 7. Ah, guitar. Hey, Rockrat. Yeah, but there's no flair that Sven could add to the tool, which would make it like a cool thing that is obviously BremSter's, like 3 in the corner is for CTC. He's offered, but there's just nothing. I don't, apparently I'm not that cool. This 2 means that's not the 2, and there is a 2 on this line, and I may have the same thing. This is not, this still could be 3. This could be 1, it can't be 2, 3, could be 4, 5, 6, 7 is not possible. So if it's 1, this is 3. If it's 4, this is 6, which it can't be. So it's not 4. And if it's 5, it's 7, which it can't be. This is 1, 2, 3. There you go. That's a thing. I found a thing. That's a 1. So this is now a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So let's look at this one. This would be 4 to 6, which would work. It would be 5 to 7, which would work. And it would be 6 to 8, which would work. Oh, hang on. This can't be 8. So 8 is in one of these two. One on the line in box 7 is very limited. Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm finding hunting a little bit weird because these are all what 6, 7, 8, 9. Because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's no 8 there. There's no 7 there. So this has to be 5, 6, or 8. And it can't be 5, so this is not 6. So this is 6 or 8. This is the thing. I feel like all I'm doing is hunting for, like, plugging in options and going, well, what is it? 1, 2, 3, put in a quad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. There's no 7 there. There's no 8 in either of those. There's no 7 there. There's no 7 there. This is a 7. Okay. Unexpected 7. I should have expected that 7. Actually, there's a lot of 7s pointing into that box. I'm actually going to look over here because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, and 9. And that's not an 8. So this is only 5 or 9. And if this is a 5, the minimum I can put on this is 3 and 4, and that's not going to work. This is the 9. There's no 9 here. That looks back making this 5, which looks back making this the 8. These are now 1, 1, and I can't put 1 on the line. So this is the 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 5, which means this is 4, which means this is 5, which means this is 7, which means this is 9, which means this is 8, which means this is not 8. This is also not 8. In fact, in this box, where do I put the 8? It go right there, which makes this 4, which means this is 6. And all of a sudden, we have what I call traction. 3 and 9 go in there. If that's a 9, that's a 0 to make that a 9. That is a 3. This can't be a 2, 5, so it is a 6, 9, which makes this the 9. This is not a 9, it's an 8 because I've already got a 5. These are 4 and 5. The 4 over here will make this 5 and this 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 go up here. And there is an invisible 5. 6 and 5. This column is missing a 3. 3 and 5 sum to 8. I knew one of them had to. So that means this is not a 6. It's also not a 5. This is a 4, so this is the 6 and this is the 7. These are 4 and 9. I'll use that 4 to make that 9 and that 4. This row seems to be missing a 7. This row is missing a 3 and a 5. I'll use the 5 to resolve it. 3 and 5. 3 plus 6 is 9. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll put a 9 in there. And now I'm down to a single box, which, as we all know historically, even I can mess up. This is a 3, 4, 5. These are 6 and 9. And I'll use that 6 to make that the 9 and that the 6. And that is the solution, quite probably, to your grid explode. I had an explosion. And I don't even play Warcraft anymore. Though I have been playing Titan Quest, and oh my lord, I'm really loving it. I am enjoying the nearly 20-year-old action role-playing game, although it has been revisited, so it's got an anniversary edition from 5 years ago. I am enjoying that more than I'm enjoying Diablo 4, or though I've only done 1 day or 2 days of the Diablo 4 beta. We've spoken about that one too. Having it that what happens is you have a given in the grid and you use the given to make elimination deductions, and then at one point the given changes and still keeps the grid valid at that point, and stuff like that. There's been, this was stuff we were talking about years ago before. I can't remember. if I name the wrong person, is it Chameleon who's setting the really cool stuff with the grids that can change? It was way before that stuff was being done. I've been out of the loop for about 7 months. I've been in my own little box basically since my father got really sick as Hamilton was leaving Melbourne. I have been really focused in on just keeping the channel running. That's all I'm doing in Puzzles Fit, really. I'm just keeping the channel running. And I have had people turn around and say, you're so stressed, but you're spending all of this time gaming. It's like, I need something to stay. That's the gaming I'm doing is really the only downtime I'm getting. Right, that's all I'm doing to relax. So I'm going to be doing something to relax, otherwise I will collapse. So, pointing digits by Clover. Normal Sudoku rules apply. If a digit n, so if I put if there is an n. Wow, I don't have letters in this either. Appears in a cell with an arrow. The same digit must also appear n steps away in the direction the arrow is pointing. So, for example, if a 1 appears in an arrow cell, there must be a 1, a single cell away. If a 2 appears, then 2 steps away, there'll be a 2. Okay, I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Though I just loaded it. Why did I do that? I spent ages getting into the habit because I kept forgetting. And now that I've got the habit, I'm doing it. So this can't be a 1 because it would make that a 1. This can't be a 1 because it would make that a 1. This can't be a 1 because it would make that a 1. This can't be a 1 because it would make that a 1. So that's a 1. So these are 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, if this is a 2, that would be a 2. So that can't be a 2. If this was a 2, that would be a 2. So this can't be a 2. If this is a 3, this would be a 3. That's not a 3. This could be a 3 because that is a 3. Maybe I should be doing Sudoku. These are also 2, 3, 4, and 5. This has to be a 1, doesn't it? This just has to be a 1. Because if it's a 2, what am I putting in the cell off the grid? These are 1s. Same here. These are 1s. These are 1s, and these are 1s. Now, and 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. This has a maximum of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This has a maximum of 4. Okay, so starting to wrap my head around some concepts here. Sure I am. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this has a maximum of 4, but it can't be 1 or 3. So this is 2 or 4. We're putting either 2 there or 4 there. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 2 or 4. And now I've got a 2, 4 pair in the column. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8 go in there. This 6 makes this 8, which makes this 6. Or I could have used the same in reverse. So what someone needs to do is do something like this. Would it be really... Could you imagine a Samurai Search 9? Where the Search 9 doesn't necessarily have to be pointing to a 9 in the same grid? What? This can't be a 4 because it would point it off the grid, and this can't be a 4 or a 5 for the same reason. So this is a 2, 3 pair. So this is a 4, 5 pair. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So one of those is a 4, or that is a 5. And the same up here. One of those is a 4. That can't be a 5. This is a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be a 5. So this is the 4. This is the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the 5. One of these is a 3. And one of those is a 2. This 4 makes that 2, which means that's 2, which means that's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, which means that's 4. And now that can't be 2 because it would put 2 there, which would conflict. So this is 3, this is 3, this is 2, this is 2. And I think that's all the arrows done except these ones. Now this can't be a 2 because that's a 6. So if that was a 3 or that a 4. Now this can't be a 2 because that's an 8. 3 is possible. This can't be a 5. So 3, 4 comes out of both of those. And the 2 here makes this 5. This is beautiful flow. 3 would put 3 there. 4 would put 4 there. And I can't put 4 there because of that 4. This is 3. So 1, 2, 3. This is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now all the arrows are done. And now what? This is the sort of thing that I would have absolutely loved to have as a problem, because you could do some stuff like this and then you don't have to make the rest of the Sudoku work. 6 is in one of those two. 7 is right there. So this is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8 go in those. So this is a pair, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 and 9 go in those. And this is the 9 because of that 2. So this is the 2. 2 is not in any of those. So that is a 2. And these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 6, and 8. There's no 3 there or there. So this is the 3. This is a 6, 8. And that 6 makes that 8. And that 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 7, and 8. There is no 7 or 8 there. That's the 5. Can blow the 5 out of those. The 8 makes that 7 and that 8. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 5, and 9. There's no 2 in any of those. So this becomes the 2, the 5, 9, that 5. The grey arrows are really cool, apart from the fact that seeing a digit on them is really hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, 7, and 9. There is no 7 there. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is the 3 and this is the 4. And I know I seem to harp on about vision issues and stuff all the time, but as someone with vision issues, this 5, of course, it's really hard to scan when so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 6, and 8. Well, there's no 3 or 8 there, so that's the 6, which takes 6 out of there and out of there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 it up, which takes 9 out of there. The 3, of course, makes this 8 and this 3. So this has to be 6 or 7 for the column. This column may be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9 go in there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 and 6 go in there, and I'll use that 6. 4 and 6, which means that's 7, 6, 9, and 7, just following the chain of digits. This pair, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. This 8 makes this 7 and 8. The 7 jumps across, making that 9 and 7. This row is missing 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That 5 makes that 2, which makes that 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'll use the 4 to make that 9 and 4. And now I'm down to a single box. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 is in one of those two, but not there. So this is the 5. I need to put in a 6 in one of there. 7. These are 8 and 9, and that 9 will make that 8 and that 9. And notice I didn't spot the 9 before the 8 because the 8 is invisible. The hidden N one cell in the grid is a liar? Five row 4 looks over. What? 5 in row 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not a liar. Oh, hello, Heliopolis. Heliopolis, yeah, that's correct. That was really fun. Still having to keep an eye on the time. Yeah, I think I've got a little bit more. A classic Sudoku by Sam. Okay, maybe not this much. We will see how we go. Okay. Normal Sudoku rules apply. I can put in a 1 because 1 can't go in any of those. Okay. Now, 1 is in one of those two. I'm just chasing 1s. 1 is not there or there, so 1 is in one of those two, which knocks out that 1, which puts a 1 in there. So 1 is not in there, so 1 is in one of those. And that means that 1 is not in those or that or that. So this is a 1. Two is not in there or there, so 2 is in one of those two, which puts 2 in one of those two by Sudoku. This is actually a 1-2 pair. I should have noticed that right at the beginning. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are 7, 8, and 9. There's no 8, no 7. And I can do the same here. This is 5, 6. 5 is also in there because 5 can't go in there or there, which means 5 over here is in one of those two. This is just a 6. Seven is in one of those two, which puts 7 right there. Which puts 7 right there, in fact, because of the 7, 8, 9. Seven is in one of those two, which means 7 is in one of those two. Now this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, and 9. There's no 3 there. There's no 2 there because of the 1, 2. But this is now, well, this is not the 2 anymore. This is the 2. And these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the 8 makes that 4, which makes this 8. 3. This is a 3, 7 pair because 3 and 7 have to go in here, but there's a 3, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 8 and 9. 1, 2 in here is in one of those. 2 is right there. So this is 5 or 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 go in here. But that's not 9. So this is the 9. This is not 5. This is 6. This is 5. Which means this is 6 and this is 5. I'm not even looking at chat. Sorry. This triple, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, and 8. There's no 3 there, there's no 4 there. That's not really helped me. This triple I feel might be more useful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, because the 3, 4 looking over. That's the 5. That's not the 5. This is actually just 3, 4, and there's a 4 there. That's 3, and that's 4. I was just trying to get in the mind of the setter and saying, what tricks are they playing with? Like, I can see 5 is in one of those two because of the 1, 5 looking down, but this is actually a triple now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3, 5, 9. There's no 5 there. There's no 9 there. Not sure about that one, but with that being 3, 5, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, these are 7 and 8. One, two, three, four, 5 is in one of, no, 5 is right there, which makes this 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this is 2 and 9. This 1 looks up making this 2 and this 1, which means this is 9 and this is 2. This has to be, no, the 8 here is looking up, making that 4, which takes 4 out of there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is 6. Good thing I'm not going for time with my scanning. 1, 2, 3, 8 and 9 go in those, and that's not 8 or 9. That's the 3, that's the 8, and that's the 9. And the reason I said it's not 8 or 9 is those digits exist in the grid. This is a 4 in the row. It was the only digit not in the row. The 8 looks across, making this 3, and this is now a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I don't have a 5. I have a 5 already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 6, and 8. There is a 6 looking up there. There is a 2 looking up there. There is an 8 looking up there. Um, um, right. This 3 is looking back, making this 7 and this 3. The 7 is looking back, making this 8 and this 7. The 8 is looking back, making this 9 and this 8. Hit the right buttons. And now it's down to these triples. And I'm hoping they resolve, or do I just have to punch a whole bunch of stuff into here? So 2, 3, 5, 8 go into here. So this is 3, 5, therefore this is 2, 8. And again, because it's 2, 3, 5, 8, but there's a 2, 8 here. This is 2, 8 because of the 3, 5 pair. This is not 3 because of the 3 up here. These are 2, 7, 8, 9. There's no 2 there. There's no 7 or 8 there. That's a 2, 9 pair. So I can take 9 out of those. Is there something I can take out of that? This is feeling very weird at the end. I've got all the ones. 2 has options. 3 has options. 4 is there. 5 in this box is in one of those two. 6 is in one of those two. 7 is in one of those two. 8. Wow, this is all over the place. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 8 or 9 only, giving me an 8, 9 pair, making that 2, which makes that 8, which makes this 6, which makes this 2. Means this is not 6, so this is 6. The 2 looks down, making this 9, which makes this 3, which makes this 5, which makes this 9, which looks up, making this 8, which makes this 9. 2 and 9 come out of there, making this 3, which makes this 9, which makes this 2. The 9 looks across, making this 7, which makes this 8, which looks across, making this 7. There's no 7 here. These are 3 and 5, and there's a 3 here, making that the 5 and that the 3. That is a weird ending. That is a very weird ending. But it's a really cool puzzle, being able to do a simple classic Sudoku. And that was not a hard classic Sudoku with only, what is it, 24 digits? That was very, very nicely done. The next one is called Slurpee, and apparently it's the 400th gas puzzle. And it's called Slurpee because it was solved on the 7th of the 11th. Okay. Still keeping an eye on the time. Have to keep an eye on messages. It was... Someone messaged me, I'm not sure if they're here, saying they'd been solving through March of the Quads, which is a pack that was released on my channel was that 14 months ago, 15 months ago. And there were a couple of puzzles that they'd struggled with, and they would really love to see videos on them. And one of them is a puzzle that's scheduled for a video release. It was recorded over a week ago and is scheduled for release in a couple of days. It was like, holy cow, the timing on that was stunning. Okay, this is going to be a challenge for me, I suspect. Okay, so these are thermos. So digits on thermos must strictly increase from the bulb to the tip. They cannot stay the same. They cannot go down. So the first question I want to ask myself is, where does 9 go in this box? If I put them in here, these would have to be larger. If I put them in here, this would have to be larger. So that is the 9. So this can no longer be 9. So where does 9 go in this box? That has to be the 9. Where is 1 in this box? If I put it here, these would have to be lower than 1. Same here. This is the 1, which means 1 is in one of those two. 9 is in one of those. Now, 9 in this box can't go in any of those. Okay, so this actually, thermo is starting to be quite restricted because this can't be a 9. So this has a maximum of 8. Maximum 7, maximum 6, maximum 5, maximum 4, maximum 3, but it can't be. This has to be a 2 because it can't be a 3 and it can't be a 1. So this is 3. Stop changing modes when I don't tell you to. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 because this could not be a 4. And this is 3 because it can't be a 4. So that was completely forced, and these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And which one is lower? I think it goes in that order. So this is 8, 6. So this is 5, 6. And this has to be higher than 5. So it's 6 and it can't be 7. So it's those. 1 in this box is now here, which means this is not the 1 and this is the 1. Yeah, someone who is in chat today is about to get a lot of features on my channel. Several in a row. This is a 9 by Sudoku because I can't put 9 in any of those. This is actually a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. This can't be the 4 because there's nothing lower than it. This can't be the 8 because there's nothing higher than it. So this is 8 or 9. And the 7 makes this the 8, this the 9. This is not the 8. Now, 8 in this box is in one of those two. Because if it was here, I'd need something higher. But I do. I'm actually struggling here. It could be this row, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, if this is 3, 2, and I'm broken, well, it couldn't be anyway, but if this is 4, it'd have to go broken, 3, 2, broken, and even 5 would go 4, 3, 2, and that can't work because I can't put a 3 there. So this is the 6. So there's no 6 in here. This is 3, 4, 5, making this 7 and this 4. This is now 1, 2, 3. It has to be 2 because it sees 1 and 3. This is now 1, 2, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is maximum 4, maximum 3. So this is 2 or 3. So it is 3 and 4 because I can't use the 2. There's been something recently with thermos that has just broken my brain. Like I've been really struggling with them. 9 is up here. So these are from 1, 5, 6, and 8. Now, this can't be 8 because that would just break the thermo. 6, 7, 8, 9 doesn't work because of the 7. 5, 6, 8, 9 could work. Now this can't be 5 or 6, so this is 1 or 8. So 8 is in one of those two. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 6, and 8. Well, there's no 2 there. There's no 8 there. I'm going to put this triple in. I need to be able to see it for myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 go in there. Okay, yeah, that's important. There's no 6 here. So there is a 6 on this thermo. There's no 7 there, and this can't be 8 because this can't be higher. This is the 6, right. So 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, and it can't be 9. This is 8, this is 7. And this is the 8 now, which is putting 8 in one of those two. And this is 2, 3, or 5. 6, of course, is making this 2. And this is not 2. So where is 2 in this box? If it was anywhere in this row, this thermo would be very broken. So this is the 2. This now has to be the 3 because I can't put 3 in either of those without breaking this thermo. This is the 3, and these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7, and they have to go in order to not break the thermo, and this now has to be 3, 4 to not break the thermo. There's no 5 here, there's no 3 there. That's the 4, and the 4 comes out of those. The 3 here makes this 5 and this 3. This column, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that's a 4. So this is 3 and 2. What is missing in this column? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. So these are from 5, 6, and 8. This can't be 5, this can't be 8. This is also 5, this is a 6, 8. So that's a 6, 8 pair, this is the 5. Well, you're in for some... I know people want to see less BremSter's, the way you want to frame that, Frappy. 1 is down here. 5 is right here. This makes this 7, this 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 6. 1, 2, and 9 go in those, and there's a 2 there. So this is the 9 and this is the 2. 1, 4, and 6. There's a 1 here. The 8 looks up making that the 6, which means this is the 5, which means this is the 8 and this is the 1. But the 6 looks down making that 4, and there's no 4 in here. This is a 1, 6, and I'll use the 6 to make that 1 and 6. 1 is now right here. 2, 3, 4 is there. 5, 6, 7, and 9 go into those, and I'll use that 7 to make that 9 and that 7. I know it's not what you said, Frappy. I'm picking on you. And you're in for some treats over the next few days. So in here, 1, 2, 6, 7, and 8. But 2 can't go into any of those because of the place 2s. So those are 2s. There must be a 7 in here. But there's no 7 there. So this is the 7. This is a 6, 8 on a thermo. So I know the order, which means this is the 6, this is the 6, and this is the 8. And now I'm down to a single box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because of those goes there. And this must be the 8 and the 9 by pencil marks. And that is Slurpee by Philip Newman. I'm glad Philip Newman can enjoy his Slurpee. I seem to have lost attraction with all of my viewers. Either that or the stream crashed. I don't know which. Do I have time for one more? I think I've got time for one more. Semi-non-consecutive by Clover. Normal Sudoku rules apply. In rows and columns marked with 0, adjacent digits may never be consecutive. In unmarked rows and columns, adjacent digits may or may not be consecutive. Okay. Actually, it'd be interesting if you could do a puzzle where the numbers outside the grid told you the number of consecutive digits, or there was a constraint in place. It's like there are black crop key dots in the grid. The number, in the top left corner of the box tells you how many hidden black crop keys are in the box, or something like that. Anyway, 2 can't be in any of those cells, so this becomes a 2, because if there are 0 consecutive digits in here, and 2 in those cells or here would be consecutive with 1 or 3. So this becomes a 2. I now have to place 4. Notice that these are all of the odd digits, which was very convenient. I now need to place 4, which can't go next to 3. The things that are left now are 6 and 8, and I can't place 6 next to 5. So this is the 8, and this is the 6. I can do the same trick here, I'm sure. These are 2, 4, 6, and 8. I cannot place 2 or 4 next to 3, so I can't place 6 or 8 there. 2 can't next to 1, so this becomes the 2. And 6 can't go next to 5, so that is 8, and that is 6. I can absolutely do the same down here. 2, 4, 6, and 8. I can't do 2 next to 1. I can't do 4 next to 3. I can't do 4 or 6 next to 5. The 2, 8 pair makes this 6 and this 4. And I can't do 2 next to 3. This is 8 and this is 2. And I can do absolutely the same here. 2, 4, 6, 8. I can't do 2 or 4 next to 3. So I can't do 6 or 8 over here. I can't do 4 next to 5. So this is 2, this is 4. I can't do 6 next to 5. This is 8 and this is 6. I'm assuming I'm reading these rules correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 5, and 8. I can't put 8 next to 7 or 9. I can't put 8 there. So this is this. I can't put 2 next to 3, 5, and 2. Down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Can't put 9 next to 8, so that becomes the 9, and I can't put 6 next to 5. 3 and 6. No idea if I'm doing this correctly. 1 is in one of these two because it can't go in these columns and it can't go next to a 2. 3 is the same. 3 can't go in any of those and it can't go next to a 2. So that is a 1, 3 pair. Therefore, these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. Well, 9 is not in those, so that becomes the 9. 6, 7, not sure. But this is now a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can't put... Whoa, I've broken the puzzle. I have broken the puzzle. Oh, no. I made an incorrect assumption. I have made very, very many incorrect assumptions because I was just doing this as a normal non-consecutive and I can't do that. And I did the same down here and up here. So let's get rid of all of that. And let's get rid of all of that. And so let's now go back here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 5, and 8. And I don't know anything about that except 2 is not here, 2 is here. This is a 5, 8, and I don't know anything about it. Down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I imagine a lot of people made that mistake. And I don't feel ashamed about it because I caught it. So 9 is in one of those two, but 9 in this row. So what I might do... So I don't do this again. Actually, I don't need to mark that row because that one's done. They're the ones I have to worry about. And I know that's going to make pencil marking horrible. Actually, I might change that to that I think is easier to read. One thing that would be cool is to have the ability to make these lines live A, behind the digits, and B, more transparent. But behind the digits would be great. Anyway, so they're the lines where I have to care. So with the 3, 9, this is the 3 and this is the 9. With the 5, 8, this is the 5 and this is the 8 because it matters in that line. Now, in this line it matters. So this is not the 9, this is the 9. This is a triple, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 2 and 4 would be next to 3. So this is the 5. And the 4 would be next to the 5. So this is the 2 and this is the 4. And now that line is done. And in this triple, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I can't put 8 next to 9. Can't put 6 in this box. Can't put 8 here. So this is 6, 7. So this is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's no 1 or 5 here. This is the 2. This is the 1 and the 5. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 3, and 9. Can't put 3 there. Is this now done? Because the 6 and the 7 aren't consecutive with anything in this column. So I think this column is now completely done. This box does have a lot of constraint in it. So let's pencil mark it up. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, okay. 6 can't be next to 7. This is the 1, this is the 3, this is the 8, this is the 6. And these are now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4 and 9. And I can't put 9 next to 8. This is 4, this is 9. I am all fumble fingers. And this is a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that is completely non-restricted. So I've basically done all the clues now and I'm down to Sudoku. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There is no 6 there. There's no 7 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's no 5 there. And in this column, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 9. 4, 6, and 9. There's no 4 there, so this is the 4. The 6 makes this 9, which makes this 6, which takes 6 out of there. No 9s in either of those, so that's the 9. In this row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So 1, 6, 7, there must be a 6 in here, and that 6 means that's not the 6. So this is the 6. This 4 looks up, making this 3 and this 4. These puzzles would be really quick with the pencil mark checker turned on, I'm sure. Because I'm sure at the moment that my problem is scanning. Like this 6 looking over, making that 7 and that 6. The 7 looks back, taking 7 out of there. This 9 looks up, making that 7 and that 9. The 7 looks down, making this 1, which makes this 7, which takes 7 out of there. The 1 looks down, making that 5, which makes this 1. And now this is a quadruple, which is going to have to be resolved quite powerfully, right? There's a 2 in here. It's in there. There is a 3, which is here, which makes this 1 and 3. The 1 looks across, making this 5 and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that is the solution to semi-non-consecutive by Clover. Very cool concept. Not going to be speed solving that one. But yeah, drawing the lines helped me. And I don't know or care about my hat time. I've got this head. There is no hat that works on this head. So, yeah, that was a lot of fun. A short stream today. I don't even know how long it was. An hour and a half. But the whole point was to try and bring some puzzles to people. Not that these puzzles are not available. Link below to the gas tracker where you can find it. And I think I've also got a link. It's hard to link to Discord channels from YouTube because it tries to sanitize the links and they all just break. But the Cracking the Cryptic Discord server there is a daily Sudoku channel. And there's like a year after where I am. of all of these puzzles. So yeah, you should absolutely check those out. But I had not been doing them, and this is my way of trying to. I'm never going to catch up, but to do the puzzles, and yeah, they're just good fun to share with people, I think. Yeah, everyone, you are welcome. Please feel free to check out some of the other stuff I've done. The room games on this channel, I think, there's been some frustrations with them, but the concepts of what normal gamers think are puzzles is really interesting, and that's worth looking at. And as I said, I'm happy to talk to anyone about what I'm doing over on BremSter Games. And there are other puzzle games I'll be doing. Please, if there's any stream that I recommend, it's check out the one, I think it was called The Past Within, that I did with Felinae. That was a really good experience. And we're trying to figure out a time when we can both do another one, but it's going to be at least once we've done with all of our holidays and everything. Some more co-op puzzling. That was a really cool stream. But I've been frenetically just trying to keep up and record for basically a month of not being able to record, but still trying to keep daily content coming out. So thank you, everyone. It's been a lot of fun. I'm happy to talk to anyone about anything to do with the channel. I recently put up a poll about whether I should change my video release time, because it's a horrible time for me, but I did it for other people. And I've had other people say, oh, your videos are coming out at a weird time. So I'm happy to change that. We'll see how it all goes. Thanks, everyone. And as always, I suppose, it was yeah. Yeah, as always, I suppose, yeah, good luck with your solving. Bye, everyone, and thanks for jumping in. Bye.